Hi, everyone, and welcome to Shadowing with Izzy.
If you want to achieve natural fluency and stop translating in your head, you are exactly where you need to be.
You are in the perfect place to start sounding like a natural English speaker instead of a traditional textbook. In this lesson, we will practice telling a story about an interesting event that happened in the past. I will speak a natural sentence. Then there will be silence. In that silence, repeat exactly what I said, trying to copy my rhythm and flow. Remember that true fluency is built through muscle memory, not by understanding every single grammar rule perfectly. Let's start with a quick warm-up to build our confidence. I speak English smoothly and naturally. My confidence grows with every word I say. I am training my brain to think in English. Let's begin our story by setting the scene for a memorable trip. I took a trip because I needed a break. I packed my bags and drove toward the park. The weather was perfect when I started my journey. However, the clear sky changed after a few hours. Dark clouds rolled in, so a storm was coming. I turned on my wipers, but rain fell heavily. Although I drove carefully, it was hard to see. I found a small diner and pulled over safely. I ran inside quickly because the wind blew strongly. The diner was empty except for one friendly waitress. You are doing wonderful, so let's continue the story. I sat at a table and ordered hot coffee. While I drank my coffee, the power went out. The waitress lit candles because it was completely dark. We started talking, and she told me amazing stories. Even though the storm was scary, I felt relaxed. We laughed out loud at a funny joke. If I had kept driving, I would have missed this. After an hour, the rain stopped and lights returned. I paid for my coffee and left a tip. She waved goodbye warmly as I walked back outside. Take a deep breath and relax your shoulders for a moment. You are doing an amazing job building real muscle memory, and your pronunciation is getting better with every single phrase you repeat. Let's keep this great energy going as we finish telling our story.
Let's jump right back in and see what happened.
I started the engine, but my car sounded strange. I tried again, but the battery was completely dead. Since I had no signal, I couldn't call anyone. I walked back, hoping the waitress could help me. Luckily, her husband was a mechanic, so she called. He arrived quickly and brought heavy jumper cables. He attached the cables and my car started immediately. I thanked them because they saved my weekend vacation. They refused my money, but I bought them dinner. I got back on the road before it got dark. You are almost there, so let's wrap up together. I finally reached my cabin as the sun set. The mountain view was breathtaking from the front porch. I unpacked my bags and started a warm fire. As I sat by the fire, I thought quietly. Although the trip started terribly, it became a memory. I learned that problems can lead to new friends. If everything went perfectly, the trip would be boring. I spent the weekend hiking through the beautiful forest. When I look back on that trip, I always smile. It was definitely the most interesting vacation I had. Now, sit back and just listen. Notice how the words flow together. Do not repeat after me yet. Last summer, I took a trip because I needed a break. I packed my bags and drove toward the park, but the clear sky suddenly changed. Dark clouds rolled in, so I pulled over safely at a small diner. While I drank my hot coffee, the power went out completely. The waitress lit some candles, and we shared amazing stories until the storm finally stopped. When I went back outside, my car battery was completely dead. Since I had no signal, the friendly waitress called her husband to help me. He used some jumper cables, and my car started up immediately. I finally reached my beautiful cabin just as the sun was setting. As I sat by the warm fire, I realized that unexpected problems can bring wonderful surprises. Although the trip started terribly, I made new friends and created a fantastic memory. I took a trip because I needed a break. Dark clouds rolled in, so I pulled over safely. While I drank my coffee, the power went out. Since I had no signal, I couldn't call anyone. Although the trip started terribly, it became a memory. Congratulations on finishing this intermediate lesson. You handled these complex sentences beautifully, and I am so proud of your progress toward natural fluency. Keep practicing, trust the process, and I hope to see you next time on Shadowing with Izzy. Goodbye.